Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Why is the rum gone? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because it's showtime. And I can't be drinking rum while I'm doing acts of piracy. I mean, that just wouldn't be... Actually, that would be fine, wouldn't it? Fat buddy! Wow, that was quick. Let's see. Where were we? Bacon and eggs. We'll eat that as a warm-up for our day. I think 9 of each is enough. Bandages are good. We have our boar whistle. I had forgot that we've got that. We've got to use that more. So much corn. And bananas. We need corn and bananas and a few limes, so we don't get scurvy, obviously. There we are. Trying to remember how to play the game. It's been an entire, 3 days. Okay, a little longer than 3 days, but it's 3 days-ish. Or a week, fine, a week then. And we're going to need the flax because we're going to need a boatload. Get it? It's a joke. A boatload. Nothing? Of linen, eventually. Flax, there we are. How goes your day, fat body, my friend? Fantastic, that's excellent news. I am envious. My day has been a day. Same as most. That's not a complaint, that's just a statement of fact. I also, to be perfectly fair, I set a really high bar when I rate pretty much everything. So anytime I'm giving a rating, definitely take it with an entire bag of salt. I hit the wrong button. Okay. More linen. More cornmeal. For instance, if I was to tell you when my last fantastic day was, because I am such a hard grader, it was October of '87. And I'm not kidding. That really is. Because fantastic has got to be a life-changing day for me, because I set such a high bar for everything, because I'm just that kind of jerk. I didn't plant my corn. What the hell's wrong with me? I could make a list. Corn. But then people ask how I'm doing. I normally say, But that's not bad. That's just average, because most days for every human being on the planet is average. People who, anytime you ask them how it's going, they always say, great. They're lying. It's not going great. It's going average. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you. Well, we've got clay again. Let's dig up some clay. Because we may need it. As an example, I think a 10 in any kind of rating is pretty much ridiculous. It has to be beyond the best. It has to be perhaps the best that has ever existed. Are you really going to do this? He's really going to do it. So as an example, I've only ever tasted one food dish that I'd rate as a 10, and it's because it's the best thing I've ever tasted. Tempura foie gras, by the way. Let's see, over here? No. Here? What do we have up? Find the survivors. That is, I believe, the fight with the next boss. I cannot say I'm enthused about that prospect. What level are those quests that we have? Level 14. No. 9, maybe. 12? 9, maybe. Smugglers, Long Ben. This tavern run out of wine. Find and search margaritas. This is missing ship. So this is just smugglers, it's called? It's just called smugglers. Brethren of the Coast. Smugglers. Well, that's pretty close to that place. Oh, we also have a map, so that's where we will go. No, the game doesn't, but I mean, I can check real fast on Steam. Doom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, doom. Come on, come on, come on! Mind you, I played 6 hours in the beta, and I've only played on stream, so we're at 52.8 hours total. Rather a lot, actually. More than I would have thought. Well, nighttime is sneaking up on us. Stone. I need more stone. Crab! Yeah, granted, as always, I play at a deliberate pace. One of my friends is on his second playthrough, so he's having fun with it a second time, using entirely different weapons and stuff. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I've got 4 other friends now playing. Another one has picked it up. And he's been hitting it pretty hard. Well, plus we know that there's more stuff coming. Because we don't fight the big bad guy in the game yet. The big bad guy is Blackbeard, and there's been no sign of him yet. So we have at least one more tier, and I think probably 2 tiers. At least to go. Yeah, if it's the sort of game somebody is interested in, then I definitely strongly recommend playing the demo. I essentially will never recommend anyone buy a game on my recommendation alone. They'd have to be crazy. But if it's a game I really like, I will enthusiastically recommend a demo. So, for instance, Aethus, Aethus, my game of the year so far. It has a demo. It has survival and more crafting as elements, but is actually more of a explorative and narrative game. But that's my game of the year so far, and you can try it for free with the demo. So you might want to do that. Everyone. Every last one of you. Again, I'm not going to recommend anyone buy it, but I will enthusiastically recommend trying. How are we doing? That ought to be enough. We'll get back. We'll start this stuff cooking. The copper. Now we've got stone, so we can continue working on our house, which sadly has sort of been untouched. Partly done. Sitting there forlorn, perhaps even fivelorn. Fivelorn's not actually a word. Can't really recommend playing the demo because the demo was removed when the game was launched. It was? I apologize. I had no idea. I'm assuming you're talking about for this. Well, I guess maybe they've had enough success that they didn't have to worry about it anymore. Thank you for letting me know. I will alter my... Wow. I'm not sure I think that's it. I think the game is so good that keeping the demo up will bring more people in. Still more. I mean, I guess maybe they just don't figure they need to anymore. I don't agree, but thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that very much. Okay, it's really good, though. It's too bad it doesn't have a demo. A demo would be really good. Guys. Am I playing with speakers or the sound leaking into your mic or something when you're gathering ore? That's possible. I have, in the past, had a few people tell me that the sound is leaking. Let me move it a little closer to my handsome face. But only a few times. So it is possible that you're getting sort of leak around. No. Give me a second. No, right the first time. And the spammer is banned. My apologies. So this is the house I was making. No, we're not quite finished, you know. It needs a little work around the edges. It's hilarious because the automated bot tools have been picking up people inviting themselves to inviting streamers to their Discord. They now have to try and hide the word Discord with, let's see, capital DIS space C0RD. Oh, I'm hungry again. Well, we'll have a little more bacon and eggs. We can make copper. Thank you, Doctor, for your insight. Well, we'll do a little bit more building here before we call it an evening's work. One thing I am not a fan of, one of the few things I'm not a fan of, is when you log in, it starts you in the late afternoon. Oh, sorry. My bad. That ought to be fine. Why is there plant life inside my house? Future house. Floors. How much are we doing with stone? We've got to make 70 more things. Start with the walls, I suppose. Walls. I believe we were using plaster. But that's right. We wanted to end it a little bit. Wanted to leave additional room for side windows, little side rooms. You know, you have a grand entry hall and you need a place for people to put their cloaks. I'm sure you have a cloakroom at home. I mean, like everyone else does. I mean, we all have cloakrooms in our home. I'm pretty sure. So we'll have a nice large entryway, a couple of rooms on the side, maybe a room or two in back, and then we'll have the second and third stories above. Ah, you lose the invisible cloak. Yeah, I'm sure Harry Potter had the same problem. See, what you do is you make sure you always leave your car in it, so that when you press the button on your car, you get the ba-doop sound from your car. Well, we're getting a little bit closer to actually having a place here. Yeah, if you're a real wizard, that's just the way you do things like that. You keep the car in your pocket. I mean, I can keep my boat in my pocket. I can make it appear anywhere I want. It's just science. Magical science, but still science. I mean, speaking of magical science, look, we're weaving and we were grinding corn while we were out working on our house. That's like absolutely fucking Hogwarts stuff right there. Just saying. Actually, one more thing we want to do before we forget, because we will, because that's what we do. We need another coconut milk with bananas. Another meat salad. One more bacon and eggs, probably 2. We'll take those. And we need another bandage. The reason I'm doing all of these onesies, twosies is because if I don't do them on those rare occasions, when I remember, I'll run into a situation where I'll get into a bad fight or a hairy situation and realize that I have 3 bandages. All right, a large, luxurious bed awaits. And it's nighttime, midnight, sun's rising, and wake up time. And OBS is a little off. You are correct, it is. How's that? Thank you, again. That should be right now. It did indeed get moved at some time in the not too distant past when I was moving my face around. Thank you. Out with the sword. Ooh, it's a lovely gray morning. Holy crap, that's great. Well, we're going to be heading to sea. Now let's go ahead and travel there. By teleportation first. Oops, wrong button. Wrong location. Right location, right button. And there's me boat. And there's me dinghy. I will brook no jokes about my dinghy. It's a perfectly normal sized dinghy. Alright, the Hunchback Pilgrim we went to previously, and it was filled with people who didn't like me. And therefore the quest I do not think is tenable, as me taking on like 8 guys at once. Not what I'm really interested in. So, we're heading for the, sing out, lads, for the, treasure map. That one. I'll spare you and not sing. Can anyone find the pun in the title for this stream? I'll give you a moment. Okay, it should be this island. And I will now tell you. A gig, of course, is it like a short-term job? Or like a show if you're a musician. But a gig is also a kind of boat. Piracy gig. It's a joke. Sort of. It's like a pun. All right. Out comes the sword. As we've got treasure to dig up. It wouldn't be a pirate game without buried treasure, would it? No, I guess maybe it would be. But if you're going to make a pirate game, it certainly can benefit from having the old standards about, all right, we have a body? We have a body. Sorry, dude, you appear to be dead. Oh, we got sparklies. Marksman's ring, piastres, and a silver ingot. I went the wrong way to get back to my ship. Oops. It's a small island. It's easy to get turned around. Could happen to anyone. Not a whole lot of treasure, gotta say. Oh, something's coming after me. Was that one of the damn birds? One of the dodos chasing me? Stupid dodos. Wow, a lot of ships over there. Of course it is. I am the captain. I am the very model of a modern captain general. That doesn't make sense. Needs work. I'll work on it. We'll workshop it after work. Alright, guys. You can sing now. I don't really want to face 4 at once. I really don't. Switch to Windows? Oh. Lars. So you bought a 5070 a week ago and it's fucking killing the Linux kernel. Thinking something wrong with your new PSU or maybe the motherboard. Certainly a problem with the PSU with a beast like that would be understandable. Which flavor of Windows? 11 probably, because they kind of make you. I don't think they even let you get 10 anymore. It works, yeah. Generally, any of the major hardware stuff is going to work under Windows. Because if it didn't, people would stop buying their crap. How you doing, Lars? Well, there are only 2 of these, so these guys we will take on. I love dearly. Oh, thank you. All right, here they come. Okay, you want to turn that way? We'll turn this way. Ow, hey. You're damaging my paint, dude. And how about a broadside for this fellow too? I'm sure he would love a broadside. Okay, come on. See? Let him up, let him up. That's better. And I missed him entirely. Okay, how about back over on this side? He's a little bit too far away. For guns, my guns don't seem to have a whole lot of range. He's coming on now. That was much better. He appears to have been, what's another word for sunk? We'll go with sunk. That actually hurt rather a lot. Sir? Am I going to have words with your manager? So, we blew the crap out of one of them. This one's putting up a decent amount of unpleasantness, I will grant. And no, I don't want a board. We're just going to sink his ass. How about everything? Okay, we can start repairing now. Windows 11 distro. Not gonna lie, with Winget, all this stuff really feels like Linux. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I've never tried one of those products, although I do actually use, oh, very nice, delicious. I do use a thing that makes Windows 11 look like Windows 7, I think. Legit full keyboard support. Yeah, that's the problem. It isn't that Linux isn't good or usable for a great many things. It's that just like a lot of Unix products, it doesn't universally support everything in a transparent way. Oh, and NVIDIA drivers, well, NVIDIA has always been very much, their drivers are better, generally speaking, than the competition, but only on Windows. That's why I was thinking about purchasing a new computer. Like 6-8 months ago, I was thinking maybe I need a new machine. I'm giving that a lot of thought. And then, well, basically everything got eaten by AI. And so my computer's going to do me for a couple more years, I expect. Sing out, boys. Up she rises. Up she rises. I am not familiar with that. Platform, for my mind, has always depended on what applications you want to use. Yes, some call it AI. In the morning. No, I have always held that the reason you pick an operating system is the applications you want to run. I've never been to this island. I've never been to this island. Let's go to this island. Yeah, about the computers, yeah. Well, it is dated. I have a 3070, and it was very new at that time. Not brand new, but close. So that tells you how old a system I'm running. It's fine for everything I need. For instance, I don't need to run things at 4K. Frankly, my eyes, I don't really get the value from a 4K. So I'm okay with what I have. I'm hungry. Bananas and coconut milk and meat salad. Which I gotta admit, it sounds gross, but actually it looks pretty good. Yeah, a 3070 creaks only with super new AAA games and bad ports. Yeah, exactly. And especially because I don't need to drive it at, at the highest limits, because my eyes, I honest to God can't see the difference. Is that a boar? Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, he's fighting against the goats. The pirates are fighting against the goats. Who's going to win? Oh, God damn it, I did it again. Well, with a little help from me, it'll be the goats. I missed. I missed again. Oh, the goats are winning, so it's time to change side and aim at the goats. I would like to thank you guys for taking care of the goats for me so that I can get all their goodies. Very appreciative. Really appreciative. I have not played Sea of Thieves, no. The PvP focus on that game just completely turned me off. I'm not... By natural inclination, I'm just not a PvE interested player. For the most part, there have been a few games, yeah. But for the most part, just not interested. Almost a decade-old PC, so that's why you thought you had to spend another $1,000 on a MOBO and such. Because it doesn't support your old CPU and your old memory. Well, I can tell you about old memory. Boy, believe me. What were we talking about? This game looks like what you wanted from that one. Yeah, that's a pretty common sentiment. I think this one is more about, I mean, this one has the crafting and survival elements, and for some people, that's not something they're interested in. So, if that's not something you're interested in, then I would not recommend it. But if you like the survival crafting elements, it definitely feels piratey as hell. And I just found out earlier, after telling everyone that if you're interested, you should try the demo. Apparently, when they released it, they yanked the demo. Sorry to anyone I misled. For the record, I think they made a mistake in yoinking the demo. I think the demo would have sold them more copies. Sethco! An earlier version of Windrose wrote 3 times the amount of data to your SSD than the average game. Yeah, it was fixed. That was indeed a problem it had. They had an issue with the internal data retention for the inside the app while it was running. You were waiting for engineers to test GPU on their... Oh, you wolves. Oh, that was not well done by me. Or any more of them sneaking up, because they'll do that. They've done a really good job on the AI on the wolves. In that one of them will draw your attention while the other ones sneak around behind. On Linux, if you wanted to make something on Linux, like an app, that shows the front of everything, you'd have to make it specifically for your distro. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can make them that are more general purpose, but if you want to optimize, yeah, it would have to be for the distro. But you are right, Sethco, there was a problem for a couple of weeks where it was writing more data to the SSD than it should. Nanny goat. Well, you know what nanny goats have? They have rough hides. Says demo got removed when it went early access. Well, yeah, it is in early access. They sold over 2 million, I believe. Not just the distro, you mean also for either your IDE or WM or whatever else you're using. That's the biggest problems. Yeah, that makes sense. It's one of the things. Open source is an incredible resource, but there are certain things that because there are so many different variants, it just doesn't do as well. KDE, I've used KDE a long time ago. A couple of the other window managers as well. On Windows, everything works. Yeah, well, I mean, I crap on Microsoft all the time for good reason. One of the things they do, and it causes so many of the problems that do occur with Windows, is they do the legacy support stuff. Now, that leads to enormous problems. But it does also lead to, the older stuff working, generally speaking. Apple goes differently when they have upgraded their operating system over the last 30 years. Oh, wolves, more wolves. They often do a clean revamp. Which often leads to, different problems. All of a sudden, all that stuff you've got, the investments you've made, maybe it doesn't work anymore. There's no perfect answer. But because historically Windows has been a far more corporate environment, they want to make sure that they don't bring out a new operating system and all of a sudden half of the banks in the country can't do their work anymore. The negative is that they have to do backward compatibility for everything. I have found no question marks. There are no notable things on this island. Is this accurate? I will say, Lars, that your Linux knowledge will serve you well out in the real world, though. Make people pay for that backward compatibility support. Yeah, of course they do. They are Microsoft, after all. There is a reason that I crap on them all the time. There isn't even like an iron mine here on this freaking rock. One little batch of pirates and goats involved in mutual murder, piraticide and goaticide. Oh, that's as close as I've gotten to being able to hit one of the nanny goats with a sword. Wolf? Can't tell. Absolutely nothing on this rock. Some of the things you're using, your PC wouldn't suspend, only turn off monitors. And for you, that's a big problem when you go do something for more than 5 minutes. They made custom PowerShell scripts. Yeah, that sort of thing can work, but a lot of times, most people don't have the kind of technical knowledge to make that stuff work. This is the Isle of Bubcas, yes. I wonder if that's the Australian spelling. We here in the colonies, well, okay, the American colonies, it's spelled Bupkis, B-U-P-K-I-S. Just so you know. All right, let's see if we've got any wolves in here. If not, how much open space do we have? We can get rid of those and that. Don't need any more flax seeds. Gunpowder we can use. Still really haven't found a use for the bezoars. So, we'll see if we can rouse some wolves to come and say hi by chopping a little wood. This is hardwood. Don't say it. The old man does not appreciate hardwood jokes. That'd be the correct spelling. The Yiddish isn't that well known here. Ah! Wow. I didn't even have to chop up the tree after I chopped down the tree. Divvy divvy. I have no idea if there is actually a tree called a divvy divvy tree. No idea at all. Laptops are still on Linux. You need to, you can always just SSH into them. Yep, you can do some stuff on your custom. Oh, look at you. Custom Linux setup. My, aren't we special? Sorry. Just kidding. Yeah, I've done an enormous amount of work on Unix in my time. But the only Linuxes I ever used were a little bit of Ubuntu and Red Hat Enterprise. I may have poked at a couple of others that was on somebody's machine, but those are the only ones I've spent any real amount of time on. Let's see, how are we doing here? Oh, we've got plenty of spaces for more hardwood. And the bark. The bark is needed to make tannin so that we can convert the rough leather into sexy leather? I don't remember. Or the rough hides into leather. Does not appear that there was actually any wolves around. Most of the time they tend to have a batch or two anywhere there's the divvy trees. I heard something. Wolf! I believe I was just talking about that. Ah. Come on back here. Come on. Come on. You got friends? Do you have friends? Quiet. Too quiet. Oh, sorry, that's... Let's head back to our boat. Oh, we have wolves. 2 of them. Coming in. Slow, slow, slow. You can smell the wolf blood on me, and he's scared. Ah! Wrong button. I hate it when I press the wrong button. You know? Come on. Come on, you want some. 1,700 in the melon. Ooh, a one-shot. Very nice. I think that's the first time I've ever one-shot a wolf before. Don't know my own strength. Often update the website and stuff. Recently had to figure out why the Matrix server just randomly stopped working. Don't know if you'll switch back to Linux. Also not a big fan of open source nowadays. Oh, shh. It's a goat. Oh, I keep forgetting to use the damn boar whistle. It's as simple as this. Ladies and gentlemen, Truffle was a good piggy. Truffle's a good piggy. Come on, Truffle. Thank you, Fat Buddy. I'd forgotten about it. Got some dope. Windows get taxed too, but a bit harder. Well, yeah, a lot more attempts are made to hack Windows generally. Was an activate on hit. Yeah, no, it's you got to actually use the thing. Look at him. Who's a good little piggy. Looks like the sun is approaching setting. Somewhat evolved into left versus right. What kind of political? Oh, wow. Everything is political these days. Everything. That's more raiders than I think I'm comfortable with. I keep hitting the wrong button. 3 of them. What do we got over there? Interceptors. The helm isn't mine. The whole ship's mine. I'm the captain. You guys not been paying attention? Who do you think pays your salary? Me? All right, sing out, lads.
All together. Help me, Bob, bully in the eye.
Help
Me, Bob, bully in the eye. Boy, dungeon, bow now. Sally is the girl that I love dearly.
Apparently, bully in the alley means drunk in the alley.
Sally is the girl that I love nearly. Boy, dungeon, bow now.
Mmm.
Help me, Bob,
New Man is an Island, John Donne. Dilly and Dally. Let's take on those two level 8 interceptors. Legit had some guy comment on your video about moving to Arctics. I don't like Arctics because the dev is a Nazi. Well, if he is in fact a Nazi, that's a reasonable objection. Yep, they finally spotted me. That took them a while. Well, hello there, my friend. And let's get ready to turn this way. Up. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, there we go. Oh, we have another friend. Not very friendly friend. All right, he's out of combat. And he's out of combat. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that just bad news for them? I feel so bad. I'm over it. It's the internet. What a terrible statement to have to make. It's the internet, but I mean... The phrase, "it takes all kind," is an understatement when you're dealing with the internet. We need to get to the other, floaty box of loot. How about singing? Maggie, Maggie May. We took those two level 8s apart. It was glorious. Drunken sailors. The port of Liverpool. Lost goods, some nails, a couple piastres, and some wood. I generally think the whole political war is so much worse with open source world. There are a lot of fanatics, for sure, in the open source world. Then some of the sea shanties are in Windrose press kit for fashionable use, or for reasonable use, which is a nice touch. Well, I mean, I expect the songs are in the public domain. Let's go home. And yeah, apparently this same guy who did them here also did them in, I think it was Skull and Bones, but I'm not sure. One of the other pirate games. For some reason, Linus at some point, to clarify, he's the woke communist that you have to be worried about. Like, why? I try not to figure out why people do some of the things they do. This is going to be my new house, by the way. I'm working on it, as you can see. It will have a moat because we have to keep the communists away. And the peasants. Who else? The non-pirates. And the pirates we don't like. And, well, the animals. We got to keep them out. Streamers. No streamers allowed. God, what scum. I'll think of more. Well, yeah, the technical knowledge you gained is very valuable, Lars. So keep that in mind. Do I want... How much more stone do we have? A little. Is this a grand enough entry hall? Not sure. I suppose it'll do for now. Oh, okay. They're going to make me run around. They are going to make me run around when I'm the one responsible for the entire thing. I like that. I like that idea that I just had in my head. Of all the ideas I have in my head, the ones that I have in my head are the best ones. So, what we'll do is we'll have stairs up to a second tier. We're done. We're done for now. And then we'll have a deck facing out in this direction. And then like a second set of stairs up to the second floor. There's my house. It's a nice little house, certainly. You know, it keeps me comfy, it keeps me dry. We still don't let the doctor in. I think at some point, go back to Windows, you'll just be like, was before basically completely incompetent. No, yeah, you're definitely not incompetent. The stuff you've done with Linux. Yeah. It will help professionally and just using your computer. The Via de Lens. Well, eventually, this one. This is the outbuilding. I mean, it's got all my workshop on the first floor and my living space up above. It's nice. It has a very... you know, I have a nice porch here where I may sit and survey my realm. Kind of a crappy evening for doing it, but I had hoped they would allow us to keep our first boat floating out here all the time. But no, you can basically only have one boat, one of the larger vessels active at a time. Hey, don't be that way. It's like the only chair I can make. That's the seating, okay? That's the good chair. There's a chair, which looks like busted-ass piece. That chair, which looks even worse. So yeah, it's an old man chair. I'm an old man. So sue me. Right. Silver ingots, piasters, and new hand insignia, but we also got a deckhand, couple of deckhand insigniae. Did we not get the purples? I guess we only got greens and blues? Oh, that's disappointing. I'm disappointed. Son, I'm disappointed. What do we got left? Thinking. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. Tannin. We need more clay bottles. Clay bottles we make over here, I believe. We got some clay earlier, so... Not here? Could have sworn it was here. Is that back over here? It is, because I'm done. How about we make 40 bottles? We take those, and we'll make a bunch of tannin. I don't think that has any use other than tannin. sued you. What dodgy state district is best? You understand there are a few places corporations and rich guys go court shopping. Oh, yeah. Basically, almost anywhere in the South, particularly Texas, is notorious. Corporations, as opposed to individuals, are more likely to end up in Delaware because that's where they're incorporated. Most companies are incorporated in Delaware for certain statutory advantages. What do we got left? We got wood, hardwood, and woodwood. Woodwood? Woodwood and Bernstein. As an example, when he lost a ruling, Elon Musk moved his corporation, probably all of them, from Delaware to Texas. I believe. What I got left? The tannin. Do I have any space? We have space. Let us once again bandage. We need one more bandage. How are we doing on bullets? Bullets. We could use 8 more copper bullets. Did we not pick those up? We did not pick those up. Okay. I think 2 more meat salads. One more coconut milk with bananas, 2 more meat salads, and another bacon and eggs. We did not pick up the bacon and eggs. We did not pick up the bacon and eggs. We have picked up the bacon and eggs. Ever played with power toys? Well, if I played with them on stream, I mean, Twitch would boot me off the platform. Or is that not a sex thing? Sounds like it probably should be a sex thing. Before I take my sleep, I am going to AFK for a sec and refill my coffee cup with coffee. Definitely not rum. Just coffee. Well, I have fake sugar. Here comes the bomb. Pretty damn good bombs. I'm enthused about that bomb. And just like that, I'm back. Presto. Changeo. A lot of cases, Windows button gives a bunch of crap. Yep. Cut it down so there's at least no ads. Yes. That's one thing. And Power Toys. I think the one that I use that makes Windows look like Windows 7 or 8, I think it's 7, has got power in the name. Power Tools, maybe? Screen acts Windows menu, much, much better. You're searching for something, it doesn't default to Edge. Well, yeah. Edge I refuse to use. Prioritize things that are in your PC instead of forcing some random ass magic to open Edge. Yeah. Is it instant coffee? Drip? It is. I have a coffee maker, a regular coffee maker. A plunger? No, it's not a plunger maker. Well, that's a French press, isn't it? Isn't that one's called? It's not instant coffee, but it is flavored coffee. I do not have much of a palate for coffee. My brother is a huge coffee fan. He has a very well-developed and distinct palate for coffee. I don't, so I just get some of the flavored coffees. Okay, where to next? Where do you think, Linz? I don't know. What do you think? All right, well, we ran around over there to that island. No, is that the island? No, that's the island we were just at. That's the Brethren. Let us... Let's go to Tortuga. And we don't have enough piastres to buy anything. But we can, let's see, we can get... No, that's a grand total of 100 rep if we traded all of those in. That's not enough to get us anywhere. Could have sworn we had... They're on board the ship. Because I'm a dope. Because I didn't get my swag. Which does not mean swagger. To go with my Riz. This is my boat, the metric ship ton. Auto power things in Windows, yeah. Yeah, they've added a lot of stuff. Things like you mentioned, like Bash. I used to be pretty good at Bash. That's why I want this. So we got a few piastres. We've got some medicine. There's the purple. I thought we'd grabbed some of those. Let's see, other things we can put on shore to free up a little space. Whee! I'm totally mogging, can't you tell? I'm old guy mogging. I am carbuncular. Dreadmore, a rip-off of Dredge. Hold on. Let me... I will take a look at that after. Dredge was my game of the year for what, 3 years ago, I think? I loved Dredge. It's such a mind-bending game. It's a fishing game. And an elder horror game. And the medicine, right? We did get the medicine. I knew about that. That goes there. The rest of these and that. Yes, I know. I'm hungry again. Here, I'll have some eggs. Bacon and eggs. I've been living off bacon and eggs. There we go. Now, eventually I'm going to want to make the upgrade to this ship or the improvement on that ship. Probably going to be making the Blackbeard frigate, but I'm going to need a lot of stuff. 300 nails, 120 iron ingots, 320 wooden plank, a lot. I mean, my brig is, I'm currently flying the Brethren brig. You know, these numbers took a while for me to put together, but this, and there are a couple things here I can't make yet. I can't make the tarred fabric or the tarred planks. Those are tier 3 materials. I'm just in tier 2. Ah, the sun rising over my ship. It's just beautiful, man. Brethren of the Coast, find the survivors. Which one was that? Was that 12? Edward Teach nearly destroyed. Find the survivors after the pirate attack. Brethren lost many. Benjamin Holgun asked me to track down his men. Well, let's take a browse and see if we can find that. Surprise with Winget. I'm not familiar with it. Package manager, specifically for Microsoft. I think there's also a scoop, but that one community maintained so damn good. Installed 99% of your map through Winget. Well, keep in mind, a lot of the stuff you're going to get for Windows is going to be coming out of a corporate environment. And that may sound like I'm crapping on it. I'm not. They're going to put in more time, effort, and materials and stuff to making a sound piece of technology than your average Linux guy simply because they got more resources. Now, they're also going to be, generally speaking, you know, it is Microsoft. Never trust Microsoft. All right, where were we going? We're going to try that. Good luck to us on that. Fast travel point. That is Smugglers of Port Royal. Main base. That's the smugglers? Right, okay. Yeah, that's the smugglers. I'm in the wrong place. Well, I can get there from on my boat or from the teleport point. Either one will work. All right, if in fact that is filled with stuff of bad people and a big boats and stuff that's too big, 100 people. I've received 100 messages today with Restream. Thank you guys very much. An active chat makes for a better lens experience and hopefully a better experience for you guys. If, in fact, there are ships too many and too big and too fat there, we'll take a browse at this island. Wait, there's an island over there? What? There's an island over there where I have not been. We have changed our mind. We're heading there. Can't really do much with Wing It. If they wanted to do something weird, they can just put a small file or registry or whatever that you can't disable on a new update. That's my boat. There are many like it, but that one is mine. And that is our dinghy. And this is my boat. There are many like it, but oh yeah, I said that. Gotta say, these songs are bangers. I know. Guy at my age, I'm not supposed to use a phrase like bangers, but these are wow, what are those? Those 13s. Level 13. I might take on one level 13. I ain't going anywhere near more than one. On my native shore. Upon the raging main, true hearts of oak, we British stars will push the sea again. I would go after that hauler, which theoretically should have a whole bunch of loot and stuff on it because it's basically a hauling ship. But in my experience, I have not gotten much stuff off it. But so what is this game about? Looks like Sea of Thieves. It's a survival. Think of if Sea of Thieves was had primarily a survival and crafting as sort of the primary part of the game. Is a survival crafting game first. Only later do you get access to all of that. Every time you play it, like every day. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a new content patch for Guild Wars 2 a week ago, so I was playing that. Every Monday, I play Marvel Heroes. Because that's a game I used to play years ago, like 8 years ago. It died, but now it's back because someone reverse engineered the server technology. So that's pretty much every Monday I play that. And I've been playing a lot of Guild Wars 2 because of the new content. But yeah, for about the last month or so, I've been playing an awful lot of this. Am I not alongside? I was pretty sure I was alongside. Waiting. There we go. We will eat some food. And we'll ready ourselves to board the enemy. Oh. Oh, quick, let's bandage ourselves up a little bit. That's 4 out of 5 dead, 1 to go. Oh! Boarding is successful. 88 piastres and some supplies. Pretty unimpressive, gotta say. See, that's what I found, that even capturing something like this, the loot just doesn't seem worth it. You're just almost as well off just sinking them. But hey, he tasked me. What do I think about AMD? I think their tech is generally as good. Their drivers nowhere near as good. My next computer, if I was going to be getting one soon, which, as we covered earlier, I changed my mind on. I was going to go with AMD for the CPU, but still NVIDIA for the graphics card because their drivers are just always way better. I'd rather get the AMD, but their driver tech just isn't good. Historically, their driver tech is way, way behind AMD. I mean, NVIDIA. But their CPUs have at least caught up. Sing, guys, come on. Turn on the radio. Pirate radio. The original type of pirate radio. Oh no.
But all she did was
Dilly and dally. Chicks, man. All they do is dilly and dally. I'm kidding, of course.
my son. Another druid!
Give me my dinghy. And ahoy to you. All right, this is an island we have not been, and I have made a mistake. Minor one. Nope, no big deal. But a mistake nonetheless. I want to drop a bell here. And to do that, well... Oh, you need a bell, and you need, is it alt? 20 wood. Where'd I leave my little boat? Did it vanish? No, there it is. Ah. Just me and my dinghy. Blackbeard freighter. That freighter is a level 15. My ship is, at best, a level 10. No, not searching for wood. Although, thank you for reminding me, because I almost forgot to freaking drop the bell here. I think this is our last bell that we can play, so we'll have to start reclaiming some. Is this a tier 3? Is it a tier 3? Because tier 3 I know is swampy. Crocodile! We found a tier 3 isle, guys. Multiple crocodiles. Oh, that's right. A friend of mine mentioned that the blunderbuss bus is really good for dealing with crocs. Radeon 9070 XT. GPU is apparently as good as a 5070. Also has 16 gig of RAM. Yeah, I mean... But the drivers, man... This is our first tier 3 location in the game. Iron axe or better required. Did I actually upgrade mine to iron? I did. Oh, let's first of all, let's call Truffle. I mean, obviously we need our piggy. It's a tarwood tree. And that's we'll get our tar from. Do have to be careful because I don't know what else are on tier 3 in addition to the crocs. Don't fall on me. It's chasing me. Tar. We're getting tar. AI 2. The CUDA cores are so much better than whatever. Yeah, well, they happen. They were not designed that way, but they happen to be very, very good for, I think, tensor math. Oh, look out, Truffle! I don't want to hurt you, Truffle. You're my only real friend. All of my best friends are made out of bacon. I took some damage from that. All right, up to 36 tar. Mateys. Yar. I'm going to take a shot at least one of those crocs. But I am a little bit afraid that if I go after one, I'm going to get more than one, and I'm going to regret my life decisions. There are some companies working on specific hardware other than the CUDA cores. Google's the biggest player in that market, I believe. Irwining here. That's what you call it, huh? Well, I guess I have a ray of hope after all. Oh, I went there. I went there. I'm a bad person. What can I say? I'm a really awful human being. And I'm fine with that. It did sting, yeah. Glad to see you are also an awful human being, Sethko. I appreciate that. Oh, that's a ficus? Yeah, I got a thing for you. Hey, ficus. It's the name of the tree. And it sounds like a naughty word, so that was what I was going for there. It is in your Aussie DNA. We understand. On Starwolf, good evening. What I am going to do is idiot-proof myself to some degree and drop off, like, the tar, at least, here in the metric ship ton, so that I don't have to come running back here and kill crocodiles for half an hour, dying repeatedly, to get access to what I've just chopped. So, wood. Provisions, piasters, and 78 tar. I do want to keep a little bit of wood. And there's a good reason for that. You can build things on the fly in this game. So, for instance, I could build a little, depending on how much damage I can actually do to the crocs with my gun, I can build a sniper's nest. I don't think they can knock down the sniper's nest. I don't know that for a fact. That is a creative way of dealing with some of the problems you will see in the game. For instance, on the first island, spoiler alert, there is a buried treasure, the second one you find, I believe. And it has a lovely little thing where it resurrects from the dead 4 skeletons. I'm about to lose my buffs from my food, so I'm going to eat and eat. So what I did was I built a little cage around each skeletal body, opened the chest. One of my cages wasn't correctly placed, so one of them was running around. I killed him, and then I could whack the others right through the wall. I have no idea what that is. That looks like a figure. Could be an undead, could be one of the residents of this lovely island I have discovered, which is really not all that lovely. Oh, ooh, we've got a building of some kind over here that I hadn't noticed before. That's not even a question mark. All right, there's a croc. So. It's not necessarily physically likely that this is going to work correctly, but... All right, where's the stealth croc? I think he's there. 907 damage. 907 damage. Those were critical hits, both of them. They only took 907 damage. That's a little disappointing. Whoop, whoop. You coming back? Come on, who wants some? You want some of me? I know you want some of me. I'm delicious. We both know you want some of me. Yeah, we do have both. Whoop. Do not miss your narrow stairs. Oh, that's not too bad. All right, we got one. All right, he's still kicking. Is he going to come get some? He is. But he was almost dead, so I figured I could take him. I have killed my first crocodiles, guys. And all I had to do was ignore physics to do it. Easy. Whoops. Plague thralls. Okay, that's what I saw and was not enthused about. Plague thralls. Are they following? I don't think so. Keep in mind, I'm underleveled for this. So I'm playing judiciously. That's a plague thrall. If it's just one, I might want to take my chances and see what they're like. Multiples, not that interested in. Thank you. That's a really good idea. You are a smarter man than I. Gunga Din. Challenges. Swamp Hunter and Legend of the Swamps. 200 crocs for the second one. Hi, Truffle. Crocs! 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 Not the shoes! Truffle is engaged. They're coming. I am not enthused. Hi. For a second, I was afraid he was coming up after me. Wait, did I see something moving? Oh, crabs. Did we finish him? No, we did not. He is coming. How about his friend? I'm not taking any chances here at all, am I? It's only an enormous crocodile. Right over there. No problem. It was easy the whole time. I wasn't scared. Were you guys scared? Gulp. Indeed, you are to you, matey. How be it going for the darkest of machinists? The dungeonist of masters. Kind of like that one. I'm in my first tier 3 island that I have been to. Excellent. All right, well, we were working our way towards this. I'm guessing this is... I don't know what the hell it is. It is... Wow, that's a lot of question marks. Unique. There's a unique chest for looting in here somewhere. Well, that's... An old grave lies before you as you draw closer. Your hand flies to your chest, as if to calm the sting of the wound. A shadow from the past arises before you, calm and steady. The echoes of someone's voice resonates in your head. Juan de la Costa. The dead are attacking more often now, as if Jones senses. We've prepared a weapon against his army. Forgive me for not covering your back, Guillermo. Without you, we would never have reached the priestess. She handed us medallions, but warned us. They only work once. Do you think it'll be enough to stop the dead? We're headed back to the ship. Tomorrow, we sail to rendezvous with Columbus near Tortuga. Still can't shake the feeling that something is about to go wrong. You do your best to write down everything you heard. Once the echoes of another life fade away, you're left alone beside the grave. The grave of Guillermo Sanchez. Dreamed of reaching the edge of the world, fell in battle against evil. Well, we have notes. Supposed to be a chest around here somewhere. I could try digging. That would be kind of macabre. Well, let's call Truffle. Swap to the shovel. It won't let me, they won't let me dig here. Okay. Guess that's not it. Corn on macabre. Very nice. Quite the pun, sir. I'm not envious at all. Promise. Okay, maybe a little. Tiny bit. We are not seeing anything obvious. Let's see if there's any place we can dig around here. Looks like the answer is negatory. Is there a tree with a red flag around it? Like, say, here? They tend to be like dead-looking trees. Well, it's supposed to be here somewhere. Dagnabbit. Am I missing anything? Could it be up above? There's the old grave, but that's what we just examined. There's supposed to be something here. Tarnation's sake. Yeah, I said that. if anyone sees a tree with particularly a red scrap of cloth wrapped around it, sing out, please. Is that a rat or a camel that I summoned? That's Truffle. Truffle's my best friend. He's an enormous war boar. Not really a war boar, but close. Or yeah, Truffle. Truffle? Truffle? Where'd you go, Truffle? Truffle, did you get eaten? Maybe he vanishes a bit after he is summoned. Oh, there he is. Hi, Truffle. Who's a good boy? There is supposed to be some kind of treasure or something here. As you can see, it says... and unique chests looted. Truffle-flavored bacon. Well, eventually, sure, that's likely, especially because if he dies, you can summon him again later. So, yeah, I think bacon for days, clearly. I'm scanning. I'm using my brains and eyes. So, given the fact that they're both getting less and less useful to me, I'm probably not going to find anything. It's a jumping puzzle! No, it's not. I have a wheel. How do you steer a tree? I'm confused. I admit to being slightly confused. Normally the puzzles are not especially difficult, but I'm certainly not finding it. And if there is a tree with a red rag around it, I'm not seeing that either. Well, I mean, if I could see sparklies up above, I could build something up. So, I mean, we can try that. Because we've tried that before. I clearly demonstrated that. Stairs. I mean, nobody needs a jumping puzzle if you can turn it into a climbing puzzle. How big is the red thing? It would look like, say, about the size of maybe a pair of pants. It would be pretty easy. Normally it's on a dead log, but some of the tar logs look just like dead logs. I'm not seeing a sparkly. Most of the time you see a sparkly if there's something, unless it's a place you're supposed to dig. Which is why I'm thinking that I'm hungry again. We'll go ahead and eat. That's bananas and coconut milk and meat salad. But for instance, if this was a dead tree, it would probably be somewhere like around that eye line. So it tends to be a little above your standard eye line. But it's usually not very far away. So that's why I'm kind of confused. Well, we will be coming back here sooner or later. Let's swap that back in. We'll see if we can find any place that will allow us to dig. We'll just, ooh, see, like, right there is a place we can dig. Water. So we hit the water line. Well, it is a swamp after all. Just cut off, if that is in fact what it is. Oh, there is one here. Sparkly like that, see? An old skeleton. Pikeman's helmet. We found it. Just an enormous amount of stick-to-itiveness. We will now be heading back to our boat. As the swampy island, kind of a crap hole, not gonna lie. But our first head poking into Tier 3, we have not died. I call that a win. We will not do anything incredibly dumb, like attack a level 15. When our ship is barely level 10, probably actually level 9. And level is the important factor in this game. That's the multiplier. If you're level 8 and you're fighting a level 9 mob, it's going to have like 25% more hit points. I'm hand waving the numbers, and you're going to have to do 25% less damage. And the other way holds true. That's what's important, is level versus level. Give me that, and that, and that. And we will now steer the ship. Of course the ship is under my hand, fool! I am the captain! I am the very model of a modern major general, except I'm on the water, and it's not actually a military position. I like to think of myself as king of the sea. That's how I like to think of myself. It's not accurate in any substantial way, but it's what I like. So. What I don't like is by default it leaves your ship all the way out there. That's a much nicer place for it to be. Can I play Battlefield 2042? Presumably in 16 years. I got a million of them. None of them are funny, but I have them. Pardon me, I have to scratch. Old man. Ugh. So we got 4 crocodile tails and 6 crocodile hide pieces. And we got tar. Now, sadly, I don't think we can use them. I don't think we have the recipes for using them yet. No. So we can't make the tanned leather, or the tarred leather, or the tarred planks, I think. Because we have to kill, I think, the Tier 2 boss before we get access to the Tier 3 recipes. Yeah. Tarred planks are not yet available. Fine, we'll drop another chest. Chests they're cheap and easy. I don't have enough nails. I need to make some nails. Fortunately, that's a technology that I have well within my grasp. Now, the pikeman's helmet. That's an interesting one. Pikeman's armor increases your maximum health Increases two-handed weapon damage. Does that include guns? I don't think it does, but I'm not sure. Where did I put the blunderbuss? Is it in here? It is. The blunderbuss was recommended to me as being a particularly fine implement for dealing with the crocs. So let's see if we can upgrade it. Upgrade. Blunderbuss. It's currently level 5. We're going to need more master's tools. We need 5 more master's tools to get it up to level 10, the maximum level. We've got enough piasters for that. Not much more on top of that, but we do have enough piasters for that. 5 master's tools. We'll go to Tortuga. Oh my god, it itches. It itches. Oh. Now, sadly, the old man, his reactions and his hand-eye coordination are not up to shooters anymore, realistically.
So here on sea turtles, did you now?
5 master's tools. Oh, that's shipwrights. Can't remember which one's going to have the master's tools. Nope, not that one.
Strong hands.
Master's tools, I need 5. That's a quarter of... I spent all my money injudiciously buying the plans for the next tier of ship. Basically, I bankrupted myself. Oops. Back home we go. All right, our blunderbuss is now maximum level until we get Mire Metal. And can we ascend it? We do not have enough Tumbaga ingots to ascend it and give us additional stuff. At close range, shots have a small chance to knock enemies down. I've been told that it hits quite hard indeed on the crocs. We need that one. Inventory is cleared up. We have a clicky here. Memories of a ghost. The Quinfall MMO, it's one of those that's out on sort of the edge of they've definitely got to prove it. At least to me. I've been burned plenty of times previously. So I'm a little gun shy when it comes, especially to MMO projects. Okay, the corn is has grown. The flax has grown. Let's harvest the corn. Replant the seed corn. I'm not just a pirate, I'm a farmer. Come on, where are we at? Oh, no. And now the flax. And flax seeds. Come on, there we go. So much flax, because we're going to need so much linen to make the sails for the next tier of ship. I believe it's 200 linen. I think we've probably got about 150 or so. All right, that's it for the flax. You got to keep it flaxual. Look at all that. And cornmeal. Oops. All right, that's that. All righty, do. I think I'm going to call it for the evening. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out here. As always, I am very appreciative. Let's see. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday. I have a firm grasp on the days of the week. Probably going to be back here at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Keeping in mind, 5 p.m. is the normal time. It was an hour or so early because I woke up like 2 hours early today, and the nap didn't really help much because I got like 20 minutes. So I'm tired. My entire schedule's messed up. Probably back 4:30 to 5 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Probably back, either back here or we will be in Marvel Heroes again for, what is this? ICP, Industry City Patrol, I believe. And I need some XP, so ICP is probably going to be it. I need XP for leveling up a legendary. If you've never seen Marvel Heroes, it's an MMO that plays like an ARPG. Heavily instanced, but enormous good fun and great to have back. Thank you to the guys, especially one guy, who did the coding on bringing the emulated server out into the world so we could play again. Thank you. And thank you to Monel, who's running the server I'm playing. If you're interested, mhtahiti.com has the info. I'm shilling for it. Is it shilling if you don't get anything for it? I don't know. Anyway, so either this or Marvel Heroes tomorrow, most likely. Again, thank you guys for hanging. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Tuesday evening, or possibly Wednesday morning, goes great. And the rest of the week goes quickly so you can get to your weekend. Come on. Get moving towards that weekend. Back tomorrow. Take care and ciao for now. Bye, guys.